Okay, race morning. I got the bikes prepped up, just gonna get geared up and do some sag. Just went and watched MX2 and 85s. Track looks sweet, but it's definitely, it's got that hard sort of base underneath with pretty soft sandy dirt, and you're like really punished if you bury the bike. So that's gonna be essentially what I'm trying to do, is just get on the gas early, flow through the turns and then attack. Don't get too aggressive too early, but then at the same time still be aggressive where you can. I think that's sort of the key to going fast around there. Also, like, not being scared of the ruts and the little sketchy sort of squirrely lines coming into the corners, because you could really notice the guys that were taking their time too much to set up for the corners, how much it hurt them. If they just sort of were confident on the entry and then got on the gas, it was a lot faster. So I'm gonna go get geared up and we'll see you out then. Okay, we've made Super Pole, P9 this weekend, so best of the year yet. Felt alright out there. I was struggling a little bit with my fork. Felt just really harsh, so I've spoken to Moose. He thinks that from what I'm describing, that it's going through the stroke a little bit, so we've gone 3 clicks stiffer, just to try to get it to hold up initially a little bit better on compression. But yeah, got about 10 minutes till we're out for Super Pole, so I'm going to throw my helmet on and get out there, and goal is P8. I want to try to knock off another one, so see how we go.
That was a killer effort. You gave me like I still got goosebumps from it. Did you were hauling. Obviously we'll chat about what happened, but dude, you were riding better than I think I've ever seen you ride. It's about time you ride that.
Yeah.
You wanted it, dude. Pass after pass. Finally, you're getting aggressive. Old Holroyd, I thought you were going to send him into the, into the trucks after that double-double. Dude, that was killer though. You finished 12th.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the motos you'll finish on 14th and starting in 5th.
Alright. Turns out Michaela does a bit because I'm definitely busier this weekend, but just finished Moto 1. I'm geared up, ready to go for Moto 2. Got to go down in about 10 minutes or so. Just ducked in the van. I'm actually gonna quickly take some stuff off this GoPro here, just so we got a little bit of storage for next moto, because it actually seemed to work pretty good from what I've seen. But yeah, that moto, nailed the start. Same old story, first lap, just as you'll see, just get blown by. I think I got passed by about 4 different dudes on that first lap once it sort of settled. And then I started come back through on that second lap and come together with a fella, and it, like, my bike must have flipped upside down for a sec when I crashed, because as you'll see, like, the smoke comes over the screen, and yeah, my bike just basically exploded. It was like, looked like Kenny Roxon's deal in America. And obviously oil just went to the top of the head there and then had to blow out, and it would not start. So once I got it going, I took a couple laps but started to get into a bit of a flow, and honestly it was probably one of my best rides of the year. I rode really well all the way. Like, my last laps were my best laps, and I was making aggressive passes. I was jumping stuff, like hopping and skipping, and riding really well, riding better than I sort of have been. So happy with the ride. Not so happy like with the result, like 12th, but hey, I've had some races where I start top 5 and drift back to 12th, whereas that one I was dead last and come through to 12th, and I was going well. So go do it again now, and yeah, we'll get into it.
I would have crashed behind you, eh?
Oh, was that you?
No, we're like fucking...
Is that in the top left?
Yeah.
I jumped off the track, thought you were lapping me, because I just heard limiter for days, and I moved over, then I just saw dumb clutch and just whoop, just threw the bike away.
Just went full mad, try to get it back.
Oh yeah, I legit thought I was getting laps. I said to people, I was like, oh, Waters just like looped it, because he's always really aggressive on the throttle. It was you, I had no idea. Yeah.
I saw you run off the track. What am I doing? 2 crashes in the last lap, 2 away 10.
Like, I'm kind of glad you crashed, because it would have been embarrassing to move off the track for you. Wrapping up another pretty tough day at the office, I guess, here in Gillman. Track was awesome. Guys did an epic job. I really liked the conditions, and honestly I think it's the best I've rode all year, but results just don't show it. It's just one of those days of I'm just feeling like what could have been. I think there was a top 7, 8, 9 in the cards for me today with how I was riding, but just didn't happen. I threw it away in that first moto, too aggressive to make that pass, and bike wouldn't start, put me into last, come back through to 12th with a really good ride. And then last moto, got a good jump out of the gate, and then about legit like 10 meters out of the gate we just connected bars. So typically when you get a good start and like you drive out of the gate, you know, like your handlebars are in front of the guy next to you just that little bit, and you're pretty safe. But just the way it worked out, I got a really good start, but also the two guys on either side of me got a really good start, and we just started pinball, and it was like ting ting ting, because obviously you can't drive completely straight once you hit sand and whatever. So we did a fairly good job, but then I'm a pretty small guy, and I guess I just got the worst of it. I just got tangled up and threw me off about 10 meters out of the gate. Right side of handlebars bent right down. I didn't actually get a video of it. I have to get a shot of that to show you like just how bad it was. And those first like couple of corners, I was like, I'm not going to be able to ride, but I'm just going to have to do my best. And I started to adapt pretty good. Had a few sketchy moments throughout the moto with it, but I was riding good, and I was jumping stuff that a lot of the guys weren't doing, like even the guys right at the front. Like this section in here behind me, I'm going to sort of explain it in a sec, but yeah, I was jumping and I was doing really well. Fitness was not an issue at all. I could have went 45 minutes today. I was sweet. Bike was awesome. Called Moose this morning, made those changes, went stiffer. It was the right direction. Yeah, it's just one of the, like I said, what could have been is what it is. 12, and I got 10th at last moto, so 12-10 with being dead last off like at the start of both motos. So yeah, pretty average results for me, like sort of what I've roughly been around, but coming from dead last, so it shows that yeah, I had the speed today to be better, and I was blowing past guys that, you know, usually I sort of battle with. So it was a good day all in all. Like I'm not too bummed because I rode well. Whenever I ride well, I'm pretty happy, but need to be out and just those first couple freaking laps figure that out. But anyway, on to the next one. It's Monday night. I'm still here in Adelaide. The van has some brake pad issues, so we've got to get that sorted before we take off. But sitting here doing some editing, and I did not thank the round sponsors for the weekend, so need to give a shout out to Dan at Banks Race Development. So Dan, I actually used to race him back in the day in the pro scene, so he's super passionate about racing. He's helped me a ton over the last couple of years with the issues I've had, engine swaps and whatever. He's awesome at what he does. So he's an SA based motorcycle repair shop, but he does like your performance suspension parts, performance engines, just your normal repair stuff. So if you are based around SA or really anywhere and you want to ship your stuff to Dan, he's a legend. He's definitely been a massive help to me over the last couple of years. Also, we had Next Level Ranch come on as a round sponsor. Those guys actually come on for the remainder of the Pro MX series and the Sunny State series. So they're a motocross training facility based out in Nango in Queensland. I think he's up to about 4 or 5 different tracks on the facility now. He's not fully open just yet, but if you go out and check their Instagram page, he's just had one of those track mobs come out and done a pretty epic job. The place is looking awesome. He's in the process of doing all the irrigation and making it legit. So if he really wants to make it like a training facility and sort of a ride park where you can go to try to improve your skills, there's going to be some coaching stuff, just normal training just to go there and put in your laps and your motos and work on your sprints and whatever else. So again, another super passionate motocross guy, so go check that out. All of my partners, MXstore, Brisbane Motorcycles, Viking Unit, Bluefin, all the guys you know that support me. If you guys are able to support them, you know how much it helps me. So appreciate you all. Thanks heaps for watching as always, and yeah, we'll get back to it.